I request all of you to kindly please welcome our guest with a round of applause. Welcome, sir. Welcome, ma'am. And before we dive into this session of the Youth Talk, I have a good and great news for the whole Lovely Professional University, the family of Lovely Professional University. I would like to announce that the virtuos of a university, they have gone to Sage University Bhopal for Esports Championship of AIU, Association of Indian Universities, and they return back to home, that is Lovely Professional Universities, with the title of champions. Could we please have a round of applause for all the champions sitting in this house? And also, the proud girls of our university, they have won gold and silver medals in the championship. So I would request a standing ovation for all the champions, please. A standing ovation for all the champions, please. Zora Talia, Zora Shore for all the champions who have won the championship of AIU Esports. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Kindly please settle down and let's begin with the Youth Talk session. I welcome you all to the Youth Talk by Ms. Pragati Sureka ma'am, psychologist and the next speaker on sustainable model of emotional ability resources, organized by LTNSS, Department of Community Services, under the aegis of Division of Youth Affairs, Student Welfare Wing, in collaboration with Department of Counseling and Happiness, under the aegis of Division of Student Relationship, Academic Affairs Wing, Lovely Professional University. I would like to extend a very hearty welcome to Dr. Aman Mittal sir, Vice President, Lovely Professional University. Could we please have a round of applause for sir? Welcome him with a round of applause. I would like to extend a hearty welcome to the guest speaker, Ms. Pragati Sureka ma'am, psychologist and the next speaker. Please welcome her with a round of applause. I wholeheartedly welcome Professor Dr. Nitin Bharadwaj sir, Deputy Dean and Head Division of Youth Affairs, Student Welfare Wing, Lovely Professional University. I would like to extend a hearty welcome to Dr. Anusuya Hazarika ma'am, Senior Psychologist, COC, Department of Counseling and Happiness, Lovely Professional University, Ms. Nidhi Sardana ma'am, Managing Director, Casa di Moda, and a warm welcome to all the head staff, faculty members and dear students of Lovely Professional University. Could we please have a round of applause for this beautiful session? Today we all have gathered here for the Youth Talk by Ms. Pragati Sureka ma'am over sustainable model of emotional ability resources. This session will be insightful for all of us, which will help in understanding the emotional importance of emotional well-being, which will stay forever. And with moving further, I would request Dr. Aman Mittal sir to kindly extend a floral welcome to the guest speaker of the day. Could you please have a round of applause for the guest speaker? Welcome, ma'am. To begin with this incredible event, I would request all the dignitaries to kindly join us for the lamp lighting ceremony, symbolizing prosperity, well-being, and abundance. Dr. Aman Mittal sir, Ms. Pragati Sureka ma'am, Dr. Nitin Bharadwaj sir, Dr. Anusuya Hazarika ma'am, Ms. Nidhi Sardana ma'am.
Self-introduction is not my culture. अगर इस बात को हमें समझना है तो भली भांति जलते हुए दीपक को समझना चाहिए, जो अपना परिचय जलते हुए प्रकाश से देता है। इसी प्रकार हमें अपना परिचय देने के बजाय अपने व्यक्तित्व को निखारना जरूरी है, जिससे हम सदैव आलोकित हो सकें। इस भाव को समझते हुए मैं आप सभी लोगों से गुजारिश करूंगा कि एक भावपूर्ण ताली हो जाए।
Introduce you all to the guest speaker of our event, Ms. Pragati Sureka ma'am, psychologist and TEDx speaker.
बहुत खूब। शरीर से मजबूत होने से ज्यादा मन से मजबूत होना जरूरी। 5 किताबें अभी प्रकाशन के लिए पड़ी हुई हैं। इतना ही नहीं, 50,000 से अधिक लोगों को मेंटल हेल्थ जैसे टिपिकल टॉपिक पर जागरूक करने का काम किया है। देश विदेश के तमाम अनुभवों को हमारे मध्य साझा करने आ रही हैं मिस प्रगति सुरेखा।
So without doing much ado, with a huge round of applause, I would welcome on the dais guest speaker of our event, Ms. Pragati Surekha ma'am, psychologist, scientific speaker. With a round of applause, everyone, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. अब जरा जोश के साथ बोले Good afternoon, everyone. अपने पंजाबी में क्या बोलते हैं? भले भले. So let's start off with भले भले. Yes, it sounds funny, right? If suddenly someone comes, what do I need to be excited about? Our emotions are something that always come to the forefront. If someone asks us to do something that we feel doesn't make sense, what is it? We are like, really? Why are you asking me to do this? Yes or no? So I want you all to be interactive. Either I can do a lot of empty talks where you get bored and you're thinking of lunch which you're going to be having, or we can interact with each other and have fun for the next half an hour. So are you ready to have some fun? Absolutely. So can I hear it again? Are we ready to have fun together? Yes or no? Yes. Thank you. So what is really important is to understand that whenever we talk about emotions, we always think that emotions come out in particular situations. When we have pressure for work, what happens? What is that one emotion that we all feel? When you are pressurized, exams are there. Anyone? What do we feel?
Stress and anxiety.
Stress and anxiety. Absolutely. When I want to go out and party with my friends, what is that emotion that I feel? Happiness. And we feel we can let our hair loose. Now think about a situation when you actually had to study for exams, but you felt I'm very well prepared. Would you love to feel that time? Yes or no? You don't want to feel well prepared before an exam. We do, right? But most of the time we are absolutely stressed and anxious. So how is it that you handle your stress and anxiety? Anyone who wants to share with me? How do you handle your stress and anxiety?
Meditation.
Meditation. What else? Music. What else? Reading. Absolutely. So we do little things to take care of our mental health. But what is it that we could really do? Now I have a question for all of you. Whoever brushed your teeth daily, whoever brushed your teeth today morning, I want you to raise your hands. Did you brush your teeth today morning? Some of you are doubtful. आज ब्रश किया आपने सुबह, yes or no? No. Okay, we have a few with nose here. So I pity the people next to you. But by and large, yes, we remember to brush our teeth. But when it comes to the mind, हम लोग क्या करते हैं? Do we remember to brush our mind? Yes or no? We don't remember to brush our mind. Absolutely. Music, yes, we'll end up doing. Talking to friends, we'll end up doing. But meditation, unless and until we really make a conscious effort, very few of us think that it's important to meditate on a daily basis. Would you agree with me? So what is it that we have to do? Because we all have challenges, we have to perform in life, we have to go on and on, right? There are careers to be made. Why are we at the university? Can someone tell me, why are you here today? What is it that brings you here to the university today? Sorry? Placements. Anything else? Anything else? I want you to stand up and tell me, what brings you to university today? Yes, please stand up. I want to hear from the students. Can we have a mic for the students? Do we have a mic for them? Or I can come next to you and talk. I think that will be good. Do they have a mic? Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you. So, some of you said placements. All of you are here for placements. Now, in that quest for placements, in that quest for education, How do you feel about your day on a daily basis? Stressful. Can you tell me a bit more about your stress? What is it that stresses you out? Peer pressure? Attendance. Okay. So that is something. Why you think without attendance it's going to work? You are a little confused. See, one of the reasons why we are talking about is we expect कि mental health care जो है अपने आप हो जाएगा. Can you brush your teeth without holding a toothbrush? Yes or no? No, we can't. So in the same way, if we have to handle our stress, if we have to handle our mental health, we have to take active steps to take care of our mental health. And how is it that we are going to do that? Simply by raising our emotional ability. Yes, attendance is a challenge. It's very irritating to do that. I study hard, and when the time for placements comes, किसी और को job मिल जाती है. Happens, yes or no? And we feel very horrible about it. We are not sure whether we will raise the amount of money that we want. So all these things cause us to be anxious. I want to study, but I'm really distracted. There are friends to hang around with. There is social media to be followed. There is a party which is happening. Or generally, studies feels very boring. In the middle of all that, how do I manage everything? How is it that you intend to manage yourself? Can I have someone volunteering? How do you manage your stressors on a daily basis? Anyone, please raise your hand. The mic is going to come to you. Yes, please, go ahead.
By having a good food, sound sleep, or maybe just talking to the people that are very close to you. That are the things that usually we prefer.
Okay, let's give her a big hand, please. Anyone else? How do you manage your stress? Yes, I can see somebody's hand here.
Now my question myself, what is the thing that's bothering me? And I like find a solution in myself, like what are the important things to be carried out and what are the things to be avoided. So I avoid unnecessary things and I just like somehow I manage the stress by this, like asking myself the question, what is bothering me and how I can solve it.
Fantastic. Let's give him a big hand. He's spoken about a couple of very important things that we could do. Introspecting. A lot of times we forget to introspect. What is important to me? How is it that we decide what's important? Based on what we feel others are doing. My friend is doing something, I need to do it. But if you do that, what happens over time? Perhaps at that time, you may get something. But over time, your energy dips and your emotional ability starts going down. So one of the simplest ways, if you really want to study stress-free, is to start raising your emotional ability. Really starting to think, what is the issue that's bothering me right now? If I have any issue, I need to give ear to it. What is giving ear to it? Paying attention. Pay attention. What is bothering you? Is it the food that you are eating? If that's bothering you, how could you feel better? If you're not sleeping adequately, how is it that you could look after your sleep schedule? Yes, there are deadlines, there are friends to hang around with, but these are certain basics. If we do not follow basics, what's going to happen is we are not going to be able to handle stressors in life. And while you look at it as somewhere where you want to be placed, but this is somewhere where you are sheltered very well, right? Your food is taken care of, somebody is teaching you, everything is taken care of. When you go into the big bad world, after your placements are done, if you don't learn to manage yourself, do you think you are likely to succeed? Yes or no? If you are not prepared to manage yourself, are you likely to succeed? Yes or no? Yes, we are not likely to succeed. So your college can get you the best placements. Being here is very, very prestigious. But you do not work at yourself. Over time, what's going to happen? You are going to get depleted. We read a lot on social media, right? What are the signs of anxiety? What are the signs of depression? What to do when relationships go wrong? Do we or do we not Google? We Google all the time. But if we don't learn how to manage ourselves, over time our energy is going to keep dipping. So while you're working at your academics, while you're looking at your placements, ask yourself, how is it that I am managing my emotional ability? How am I using my emotional intelligence to feel good about my life? Can I prioritize well? Can I really strategize to be a success in life? Possible? Yes or no? Now I want you to tell me one thing. Does anyone like to dance here? Anyone? So I want you to do a short demo of a dance. Is anyone volunteering? Anyone ready to do that? Come on. Any one of you? Can I see a show of hands? Yes, please. Please come on in. Absolutely. Let's give her a big hand. Yes, please come. Can we have some music? Do we have music? Do you have any music that you can play on? Any music? Now, you would be wondering why in a session on emotional ability resources, why is it that we are talking about dancing? Anyone, why do you think dancing is something that we are going to do? Stress buster, what else? Happiness, what else? Expressing emotions, absolutely, let's give it a big hand. Expressing emotions is something that helps us move through stress. Dancing is something which is a short way of moving that nervous energy and anxious energy inside you. So thank you for volunteering. Are we ready? Okay, let's start off. And please snap your fingers, everyone, as we go on. And you're free to join in. You can stand up and you can join in. Come on. Come on, everyone, clap together. Come on. Super, let's give it a big hand. Thank you very much. That was really amazing. Thank you. Now these are very simple ways. Now you may think that why it's so typical, but actually these are small activities which help us raise our emotional ability. Now I'm going to call someone. Is anybody a good singer here? Anybody who wants to sing? Anyone? Come on. I need a volunteer now. Yes, please. Yes, I can see a lot of excitement for singing, a lot more than for dancing. Yes, come on. Who's the brave heart who's going to take the mic? Come on. You know, you're talking about placements. This kind of shyness will not get you placements. It's that confidence that's going to be visible. You're just talking in your own auditorium in front of people you know. So who's the brave heart who's taking the mic? Come on. I'm counting till 3 and I want, yes please, I can see a volunteer there. 1, 2, 3. Please stand up. Let's give him a big hand. Please come here.
Hello. Hello everyone, I'm Aditya.
Why don't you come on stage? Come. What's your name?
I'm Aditya Mohan.
Let's give Aditya a big hand, everybody.
I'm not a great singer, I'm not a singer. I just wanted to come here and use this opportunity. So, here goes. Can I look at the lyrics? Is it okay?
Absolutely.
बेइंतहा बेइंतहा यूं प्यार कर बेइंतहा देखा करूं सारी उम्र तेरे निशान कोई कसर ना रहे मेरी खबर ना रहे छूले मुझे इस तरह बेइंतहा जब सांसों में तेरी सांसें खुली तो फिर सुलगने लगे एहसास मेरे मुझसे कहने लगे हाँ बाहों में तेरी आंखें जहाँ जो यूं सुमतने लगे शराब जैसे कोई कहने लगे
Wonderful, wonderful. So, this courage is what comes in forefront. You know, we feel courage comes with very big feats. But when I'm in front of a room full of people where I'm not sure of the attention of my audience, and when I stand up and I raise my hand, that is what shows true courage. That is what shows emotional intelligence. It's not something which is going to one day drop into your head. But these little acts where we go beyond our comfort zone, that is what shows our emotional intelligence. So while you are here to study, to get a placement of your choice, ask yourself, what about courage? What about opportunities to express yourself? If I can do that on a daily basis, I don't feel blocked out. I don't get stressed. Whether it's the exam, whether it's the exam in front of me for the semester, or it's the exam of life. Because I am very confident. My mind, my body, my spirit is integrated. Make sense to you? So we need to express ourselves daily. You know, a lot of times we express maybe to people whom we care about, but just like that, simple acts like singing, like dancing, by just getting out of our comfort zone, that is something which will show your emotional intelligence. That is something which will really help you overcome any adversity that you go through. I'm going to share a very small story here from my own life. I remember I had gone for a wedding and there was this beautiful ornate swing down South India, and I was really having a good time. And suddenly the swing crashed on my head. And I was bedridden for 9 to 10 months. And I didn't know what was happening. My head would keep on reeling. And I was wondering, I don't know whether I'm getting better or worse. The doctor just told me one thing. If you get these symptoms, come to the emergency room or live with it. At that time, the only person I had to look at was my own self. Yes, I had a formal background in psychology. I had been practicing for 20 years. God had been kind. I was living a very comfortable life. But that adversity taught me that what is it that I am doing to justify my human existence? How is it that I am going to be remembered? Will I die with my music inside me? And that's where the journey began. And all the accolades have come in. Probably I've spoken to more than 50,000 people in the last 1 year. And when I was standing in Davos earlier this year in Switzerland at the World Economic Forum and talking about this passion of mine, I realized that somewhere I had started singing my music. I had started dancing with my steps. So is that something that you aspire for yourself? Or will you wait for an adversity before you really look at your own potential? Placements will come, placements will go. But if you start connecting to your inner core, whatever the challenge, you are going to really find your emotional ability and grow from strength to strength. Make sense? Thank you. So adversities come to us because at that time, we go deeper into ourselves. We really stop to think, "Okay, whatever I have is not working. So what is that something new that I can add on?" And we all have gone through it. When we were little children, when we got bullied in school, when we were not picked up to talk on stage, when something happened to somebody which I felt I deserved, but we think we are supposed to deal with adversity and we start shrinking bit by bit. Today the 2-3 people who came, they have refused to shrink. When there is an opportunity to shine out and strike out, why am I holding myself back? Because some people may laugh at me. So that person though will laugh at me later, but I am laughing at myself first. Why don't I trust myself? If I don't trust myself, why should the company which is going to hire me trust me? I don't trust myself. So that basic element of trust is not there in my body language. Would you agree, yes or no? So first I have to learn to start trusting myself. Maybe I'm brilliant academically. Maybe I'm really bad academically. Maybe the stream I'm studying is very difficult for me or very easy for me. How does it matter? If there are adversities, can I actually look into myself and see what is this adversity teaching me? How can I grow a lot more? Because when there are big challenges, we can fly like Superman. Yes or no? We are very stuck with the ordinary. So have goals. Have a daily goal, have a monthly goal, have a yearly goal. Have a goal for your college education. Yes, this is the placement that I want. But how do you celebrate those little moments of joys on a daily basis? How are you singing? How are you dancing? How are you expressing yourself? When you start asking these questions of yourself, you start brushing your mind on a daily basis. You could journal. So when you start doing that, you are connected to your source. So it doesn't matter when things don't go well. It's just a diversion that you take. So do you like this idea? Yes or no? Doable? Yes or no? Simple? Yes or no? So these simple things when I start inculcating in my life, I grow from strength to strength. Maybe I'll get the placement that I want. Maybe I've got the stream that I wanted to study. But even if I don't, I start becoming confident. I will grow irrespective. I will be happy irrespective. So that's all for me, folks. If there are any questions, I would love to hear. Did you all enjoy these simple strategies to raise your emotional intelligence? If you did, I want you all to say "Bale Bale" with me. Did you all enjoy this? Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yes, absolutely.
So dear friends, do we have any questions? Now is ready to answer. Yeah, we have volunteers over here.
Hello. Good afternoon, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a question. We students always have conflicts of interest at times. We are unable to decide if the things that I am thinking is it correct or wrong. Sometimes the conflicts reach to a point when it makes that I am wrong and the opposite person what he is stating he is correct. Although the thing is on my side, but I am confused. So what should I do at that time?
Do you journal daily? Are you aware of a technique called journaling?
Yes, ma'am.
So I recommend daily journaling. Because a lot of times, when we journal, we are able to embrace the concept of multiple truths. When I look at you, this is my right hand. When you look at me, this is my left hand. Yes or no? Yes, so when we actually start journaling, as we start knowing ourselves, we are able to embrace the concept of multiple truths. So chances of growing in conflict remain. Even if we disagree, we need not have a conflict. Okay.
So do we indulge in such conflicts?
Have a conversation regarding it. When we express ourselves, when we look at the pros and cons, when we discuss everything, we are able to understand what the other person is thinking, even if we don't agree. Most of the time, we think that we have to agree on something, not necessarily. But when we can listen to another and empathize, we can always be in that zone of comfortable existence.
Thank you so much.
Yes, please.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am, actually I read about what is emotional intelligence. So Daniel Goleman Emotional Intelligence Quadrant, he given 4 quadrant like self-awareness, social awareness, self-management and relational management. And the result was we can sense our emotion and acknowledge the feeling and accept the feeling. But my question is, ma'am, that how can we accept the feeling? We know what we should accept, but we are not ready to accept that feeling. So how can we accept?
Actually, did you learn to brush without anyone guiding you? You didn't, no? Somebody held your hand, somebody told you. Today you may know कि flossing भी हो सकता है, lots of things you may not. But with emotional intelligence also, to accept, we really have to go through a protocol. So this protocol, emotional ability resources, is actually there in a very practical way. You can grow your emotional intelligence. There are lectures on YouTube, it's there on Instagram, you can pick up the book. So when we talk of emotional intelligence, what subject are you studying right now?
I'm currently BTech CSC.
Sorry?
Computer science.
Computer science. So you have specific subjects for it?
Yes, ma'am.
The mastery didn't come in a day. You either learn coding, then you learn on hardware, software, plus, you go on. So in the same way, when we talk of emotions, we also have to learn how to understand them. When we become aware, how do we accept them? That takes a bit of work. It won't happen in a day. Like we have journaling, we have a lot of other techniques. Your College of Happiness, right ma'am? What is it? The Department of Happiness.
Department of Counseling and Happiness.
The Department of Counseling and Happiness regularly holds sessions. So they'll be able to help you out to very specifically go there. And I was also seeing your energy wing, So make use of the resources which are available in your college. You can of course check online and you can find out like you found out. But sometimes we forget to use resources which are just around the corner and just available. So I strongly recommend get in touch and they'll show you the protocol, because of paucity of time we can't go deeper into it. They'll help you out with it. Okay.
After knowing that what we have to do when we have that situation, actually I already went many times here. Remember, my question is, when we were at home or anywhere, but we are not ready to accept that feeling. We know what we have to do. We can accept that feeling and we will be happy. But we are not ready to accept that
Then we
feeling.
have to sublime it. That simple technique I showed you, singing, dancing, sometimes kickboxing. Maybe I'm very angry about something. I'm very angry with somebody. And I need to get rid of that frustration. I know I can't go back that friend, just because I'm angry with him or something is not happening. So then I need to sublime that energy. Kickboxing, if you see movies like Rocky, they talk about using that energy, that aggression inside and subliming it. Does that help?
It can harm as well.
No, it won't. Actually, we have to learn. It's like saying if I go to take a shower today, I'll drown in the water. Do you think like that if you shower? Because you know how to adjust the shower speed and you know that it's safe. So in the same way, when I'm not able to accept my emotions, I need to find a safe vent for it. Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you everyone for asking the questions. Could we please have a round of applause for this wonderful session? We all loved it, we all engaged, we all interacted. It was really wonderful, ma'am. We loved this session. And now, I would request Dr. Aruna Tulshan to kindly join us on the stage for the felicitation ceremony. Vice President, Lovely Professional University. I would request प्रगति सुरेखा मैम to kindly accept the token of appreciation from our end. जोरदार तालियां होनी चाहिए. आप सभी की, we all love the session, we all interacted with the guests. It was really a wonderful session.
Pleasure meeting you. Pleasure.
She's been instrumental in
So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I wholeheartedly welcome all of you on the workshop on emotional ability resources. So, first of all, I recognize the presence of Dr. Sunaina Ahuja from Human Resource Development Center, Dean and Professor. I also recognize the presence of today's resource person, Ms. Pragati Sureka, clinical psychologist and founder of Emotional Ability Resources. I recognize the presence of Dr. Nidhi Sidhana, MD Kasati Mott, and Dr. Anupriya Hazarika. I welcome you all and most valued dear participants. So it is my privilege to introduce before you resource person of the day, Dr. Pragati Sureka. Before saying that, I must say, naam hi kafi hai. She has a lot of credentials which speaks like she is a founder of Emotional Ability Resources, which was developed and incubated at Harvard Research Program. She has authored a book on emotional well-being and mental health, and 5 of her books are under publication. More than that, she has addressed more than 50,000 people, including children, in rural and urban areas, combined on this concept of emotional well-being with EER. I think this deserves a very big round of applause. She is a Harvard accredited and educated clinical psychologist, and she has also did diploma from IIM Kolkata on particularly emotional well-being. Other than that, she believes in that learning should not stop. She is doing her doctorate in emotional well-being only, and she is conducting research on mental health and emotional well-being. Other than that, she is engaged in all the talks, and she is a TED Talk speaker, and this also I think a very big achievement. And other than that, she is a global event. She has conducted events globally, like at Women in Leadership Davos, and Ashoka Leyland BlackRock Investment, then TEDx Motivihar at Gurgaon, and Dragonfly Financial Technologies at Pune. So I wholeheartedly welcome ma'am to deliberate on the topic that is about emotional ability resources. Over to you, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Hello. Hello. Yes, I'm audible. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. It's indeed a privilege to be here, and thank you for being here to talk about a very difficult topic for all of us. That's emotions. What do you think? Is it easy to talk about emotions, or it's very difficult?
Very difficult.
Very difficult, absolutely. You know, especially when we are teachers, when we are supposed to lead so many students and in a very prestigious university, we feel a lot of pressure, do we or do we not? And a lot of times we wonder that when we ourselves are not feeling so good about things, how is it that we can help students? If any of you have ever felt like that, I just want you to raise your hands. Don't look at anybody. Where you feel you're supposed to inspire, but you're not feeling inspired. Happens to us, yes or no? Yes. So I can see that, you know, a lot of times whether we like it or not, it's a bit like you feel you're on stage. You know, where you always have to act, whether your mood is good or bad, whether there is a financial crisis at home, whether there's somebody who's really unwell, but you are supposed to be there absolutely well put together. Doesn't that happen to us on a regular basis? And we wonder, how will we manage? When we are teaching, perhaps, you know, it takes over, the subject takes over, the energy of the students takes over, and we forget about what's bothering us. But over time, what happens is we start seeing that we are getting tired a lot more. We are very irritable about things. Our appetite is compromised. So bit by bit, we don't know. We are succeeding, yes. When we had started off, our financial worries may be lesser. We have a prestigious job. But internally, we start feeling as though we are shrinking. Sounds familiar? Many a times, yes, some of us may feel that it's not really my reality. But if we are honest, this is something which happens. Just like seasons come in the same way, our emotions are something which make us very uncomfortable. So what is it that we do? We duck. We just pretend कि it's okay. I may be angry, but I zip my mouth. कि अभी बोलो बवाल हो जाएगा. If people see my anger, what is going to be the impact of it? If I'm very excited, I don't show. Because then they'll be like, this person is so excited. I want to empathize with students, but sometimes I'm like, if I'm very happy-go-lucky, my students are not going to listen to me. You know, they will undermine my authority. Happens, yes or no? So we want to connect with them, but many a times our emotions are something that we keep at check, or rather we keep it at a very low volume, because we are not sure what is the function of emotions. So today's session essentially is just going to be about us It's going to be about us understanding exactly what is the role that emotions play in us. Now, we all brush our teeth daily, and we don't forget our basic hygiene. But when it comes to our mind, we don't know how to take care of ourselves. So today what I'm going to do is really get this book which the university has arranged for all of you, and we will see these emotions, when they are there in our mind, can we deal with that? Can we have someone distribute the books? So tell me, if I ask you all, what do you think of fear? Do you think fear is a helpful emotion or not a helpful emotion? Not a helpful emotion. Okay, thank you for sharing. Let's clap for him, please. Because that's a very honest answer. Most of us feel that fear can never be helpful. So today, we are actually going to understand what is it about fear? Because fear chases us. You know, we are supposed to feel good about our lives, and we don't. So we pretend that fear nahi karna chahiye. Motivating quotes are there, ki be fearless, go on in life. And that's the same thing we tell our students. But as we know, fear is there in our minds, but it's also there in the minds of all our students. And if we don't know how to manage our fear, will we be able to help students manage their fears? Do you think we can help students manage fear? Yes or no? We always think that students अपने आप अपना fear manage कर लेंगे. We don't have to do anything, we manage our lives. So today, this session is just to get you to perhaps introspect. Could emotions like fear also have a purpose? Could they help students get a little more productive? Will they make them better listeners? Because every teacher puts in their heart and soul into the lecture that they give. But when students are distracted, when they are fiddling with their phones, when they're not listening to you, it doesn't feel good. Does it feel good? It feels horrible. But at the same time, we know if they don't perform, it's my performance which is going to be online. I will be thinking to myself, what is it that I could have done better? How is it that I am failing? So sometimes what I have found what is very helpful is to understand emotions which don't feel good. And we will start off with fear. I want you all to turn to the chapter called Fear. Yes, we'll be sharing it. That's page number 85. And so really, one of the reasons why we need to students and young adults at a time, one of the major problems that we face is they and their propensity to self-sabotage. Self-sabotage is when students keep on indulging in risky behavior. Would you agree, yes or no? They do things, it could be small risks like not studying before an exam, not sleeping enough, perhaps not eating good food, which also they know is bad for the health, but it's very low risk. They're like, dekha jayega, we don't need to do it. Or the risk could be something very, very big. It could be that they don't study for exams. Okay, I don't get a good grade this semester, I'll make up for it in my things. Or it could be bigger risks like drugs, unsafe sex, absolutely not being there, and plus, we can go on about it. So why is it that somebody resorts to self-sabotaging behavior? Today, when you have the responsibility of others who don't want to look at certain things, how will you help them understand that? So one of the major reasons, I think, as teachers, we can first understand that when we don't tackle our fear, when we are very uncomfortable with it, it invariably leads to self-sabotaging behavior. So if there are students, all of us have enough students in class where somebody or the other we categorize in high-risk category. Would you agree?
Yes, true. Yeah.
So I want someone to share something. Ma'am, is it okay? How receptive is everybody?
Yes, ma'am. I think everybody would love to talk.
Yes, thank you. So I want you to kind of discuss something, where you feel that there has been a situation where you see a student self-sabotaging themselves, and how did you help that person? And you think fear played a role? Anyone who wants to share? Yes, please.
मैम ये मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है कि मेरे एक स्टूडेंट था, उसकी 13% अटेंडेंस थी। जैसे हमें टारगेट मिलते हैं कि बच्चे की 75 करवानी है, उसको उस एंड में बैठाना ही है। तो मैंने उसको क्लियरली बोला कि बेटा बात ऐसी है कि तुम्हारी 13 है, तुम्हें करना है तो बताओ, नहीं करना तभी बताओ, क्लियर कट बताओ। ही सेड मैं करना चाहता हूँ, पर क्या करूँ, सुबह उठने का मन नहीं करता, फिर क्लास जाने का मन नहीं करता, बताओ तो मैंने बोला ठीक है, एक टारगेट आपके लिए, आपने क्या करना है, क्लास में जाने का मन नहीं करता, छोड़ दो, लीव इट। एक दिन नहीं जाना, 2 दिन नहीं जाना, 3 दिन नहीं जाना, कंटिन्यूसली मत जाना। उसके बाद ना अपना अटेंडेंस देखना, मेरे पास वापस आना, आपकी वीकली अटेंडेंस होगी हर वीक में। अच्छा, वो एक बार आया, 2 बार आया, ये पढ़ नहीं रही है, फिर मैं उसकी क्लास रोज लगाती थी कि तू पढ़ता नहीं है, ये नहीं करता, वो नहीं करता, प्यार से। अब मत करो, खेलो, मजे करो। मैं पापा को बोलूँगी ऐसा करना, बाहर ना इसके क्योस्क मिलते हैं हमारे यहाँ पे, अच्छा। वो करवा दूँगी तुम्हारा, यहाँ पे छोड़ दो। ही सेड मैम नहीं, मुझे करना है। मैं क्या कैसे करना है बताओ मुझे, स्ट्रैटेजी तुम बताओगे, मैं तुम्हारे हिसाब से चलूँगी। ही सेड कि ठीक है मैं करूँगा, आप मुझे एक प्लान बना के दो। मैं उसको प्लान बना के दिया कि ऐसे अब तुम उठोगे, इतना टाइम तुम टीवी देखोगे, इसको फिक्स कर दो, 2 घंटे तुमने टीवी देखना है, फिर फ़ोन नहीं पकड़ना, मैंने टीवी देखना है। फ़ोन पकड़ना 1 घंटा, फ़ोन पकड़ना ही पकड़ना है। जब पढ़ना है तो वो 2 घंटे तुमने पढ़ना ही है, उसके लिए फ़ोन नहीं उठाना तुमने। एंड उसकी आज की डेट में 75% अटेंडेंस से ऊपर है। वाओ। कहता है बस आपने मुझे ये बोला, करना है तो करना है, नहीं करना तो छोड़ दे। तो वो मेरे दिमाग में बैठ गया कि मुझे करना है ये।
Fabulous, ma'am, fabulous. And I think आपने बहुत अच्छे से demonstrate किया कि when we stop running away from the problem at hand, we have to take risks. Now, ma'am took a risk here. नहीं आना है तो मत आओ. Would she have done? So when we take risks, when we try and understand, we can help them tackle their fears. So this whole chapter, we won't have the time today. Read about it. There are very simple exercises in it with which they can help as cues for you to identify your own fears also sometimes. कि मेरे में क्या fears है? Usually fear क्या होता है? All the different kinds of fears which go on. If I see certain behavior where I know that it's very risky, perhaps by asking simple questions, I can help them deal with it. Now I move on to confidence. Sometimes you will have students who are very good, but you realize that when it comes to performance, boom, they're not able to perform. And you realize it's a question of lack of confidence. And we often expect that confidence has to just come naturally. If it comes to coding, it's a skill which has to be picked up. But when it comes to confidence, why can't we look at confidence also as a skill building activity? When we look at emotional intelligence, वो भी एक skill है. It doesn't happen naturally. Like we brush our teeth daily, केवल सोचने के लिए brushing is good for health, it does not work. In the same way, even for emotions, we have to specifically tackle different things and learn about it in a skill-based approach. So I want you all to turn to the chapter called Confidence. It's page number 57, I think. And I want you to share with me, how is it that you raised the confidence of a student who was struggling?
67.
Sorry, what is
67.
Sorry, it's page number 67, Confidence. So I want, ma'am, will you read out for me loudly the first paragraph?
These days, confidence in any given situation is taken as a standard foundation for success and achievement of goals. Most of us are unable to display the skills of our talent, confidence, as we are not in touch with our emotions and thus unintentionally get overwhelmed and embroiled in trying circumstances. When we are in control of our emotions, our mental and physical states feel balanced and comfortable, our relationship with others improve exponentially as well.
Thank you. Let's do it. So that is why confidence is not something that is required just for public speaking or something like that. So I want you to share somewhere where you have raised the confidence of a student. Anyone? Yes, please. So please introduce yourself and exactly what do you teach?
My name is Varun Jain. I am in the Center for Professional Enhancement and I am teaching communication skills to students of CSE and other branches. So regarding confidence, so back then I was in 56 block in mechanical. So there was a girl and her name was Madhvi and she was very confident in my class. We used to have online classes during COVID. But I don't know what happened when offline classes started and she came to meet me like I was in the class and she was talking about some, like students are sometimes, they get like they want to share their feelings. So she was in a relationship with someone, right? So she was telling me about that and then later on she had a breakup and she also told me about it and she said that I want to commit suicide. I got very serious about it that she wanted to, I tried to console her. She also went to, there's a happiness and psychology department over here in LPU. She went there, so they called her parents. She got more upset that why parents have been called over here. She wanted counseling, but because they thought that this is a very serious matter, so they called her parents. She got more upset because of that. So I tried to always, talk to her. I knew that it could be risky for me here. The teacher is not allowed to talk like that with anyone, but I tried to talk to her and, guide her that you don't have to do anything. Life is very positive in nature and you should keep going. And so she kept on going like that and recently only, I keep on checking her post now. Right now she's in Canada, she's doing her higher studies and she's very happy, she's posting about it. So I feel that maybe I did not forego my duty. I thought it was my duty to help her and I helped her. I feel like that.
Fabulous. See, and this is a very pertinent point he's spoken about. Now I've read the paragraph. When we are confident in our own ability or as teachers, we instill confidence in our students. We get comfortable with whatever is happening. He was comfortable with a difficult situation and he decided to take firm hold of the nettle. It may go either ways. A lot of times we are not able to follow the call of our heart. We wonder whether it will be right or wrong. What if I get into trouble? So sometimes, when we are expecting confidence from others, what's really helpful is to check our own level of confidence. Because today we are not robots. We are human beings who have real feelings. So really with this book and the exercises which is there, my hope is that you actually start measuring your own level of confidence. Where is it that I am struggling? Where is it that I doubt myself? And where is it that I develop courage in myself? Perhaps it's not the norm, but this is what I feel is my duty. Because when we go according to our values, we are actually able to feel inspired in the role that we play and also inspire others. So confidence is something which is not something that some people are born with, but all of us can actually become confident in our role in spite of the challenges. Now I come to our best friend, who comes uninvited practically every day. Anger. Now tell me, have you ever struggled with anger? Anyone who's ever struggled with anger, I want you to raise your hands. Have you ever struggled with anger? Anyone where you have lost your cool, some relationship has got mucked up because of anger, or if you are not anger, because of somebody else's anger. it has depleted you. Happens, yes or no? It's that one uninvited guest which comes to all our homes, into our lives, whether we like it or not. Sometimes we think we all like Sister Shivani, nice and calm and cool, and we also decide that I'm going to be Sister Shivani today, where nothing is going to ruffle me. What happens? The child does something, boom, there goes my best intention. The spouse or the partner does something, I've had it. And worse, if someone checks me, I know it's a busy day where I've balanced a lot of things, I've had it. Or if nothing else, on the road I'm stuck on the jam. You know, where I had balanced everything and that day only I get stuck in the jam. So my best friend is always there with me, anger. But that is one emotion where we have seen, if we don't know how to manage it, it creates a lot of trouble for us. So does anyone want to share an anger story with me? Anyone? Yes, please, ma'am. So everyone can see.
Ma'am, anger is like when we go to home and we say our home has become very messy because of husband and children. So at that time it's very difficult to handle our angers. So what I used to do, I just keep quiet and doing my work. So then I can't shout on my children and my husband also. Yes,
okay,
that was I sit quiet and silence.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's give her a big hand. So while that works on the short term, the book tells us if we periodically swallow our anger, how is it that I pay for it? I'm not taking ma'am through that. A lot of times we keep quiet. But anger, if we don't address it, leads to health complications. Over time, I will start developing physical symptoms. Here we can read about certain physical symptoms. We will start seeing that we tire out much more easily. We will see that our heart rate starts going up. We see our sleeping pattern has changed. Our eating pattern has changed. Maybe I crave different kind of food. My muscles become sluggish. Pain issues start coming in. So anger is something which needs to be handled. While in the short term, it works if we can actually buy peace and not say anything to people. But most of the time, when we swallow in anger, we don't feel nice. So that was wonderful. And ma'am, you were saying something about anger.
No, I just want to say, what are the best practices to swallow anger? Just I want you to know that.
Okay. So one of the best practices for swallowing is, here, like we talk in the book, and I want you all to go on to the chapter.
1-to-1.
1-to-1. Yeah, so here we have that. Page number 125. There is a picture of an anger iceberg. If you look at it, there's a picture of an iceberg which is there. So what happens is when you are angry, first ask yourself, is anger accompanied by some other emotions? Usually anger never comes alone. We are very disappointed about something. We are very scared that something will go on. We start feeling ashamed about something. So when we have to deal with anger, what's really helpful is we sit with ourselves and really try and understand what's happened. This table particularly will tell you what all feelings got triggered in the name of anger. Today when I expect certain things to be done, what is it that I'm feeling? Am I feeling helpless? Am I feeling sidelined? Am I feeling insignificant? What all am I feeling? So when we actually start understanding what all is there, then I can take charge of it. Now when you have to cook an evening meal, you know, dal banna hai, sabzi banna hai, roti banna hai. It's not that jo hai, we don't make a khichdi out of everything. So there is a particular process. If you are going to cook your lentils, your dal, there's a particular process. So we know how to deal with it. So with anger what happens, usually there are a lot of things which come along with it. So we are not able to understand anger. So the best way to deal with anger is first to see what all feelings got triggered apart from the anger. Then what is helpful is, I want you all to do a small activity in that. So there is a 2-minute activity, all are in circular tables. Just go around and discuss your anger strategies. And every table will tell me exactly how do they deal with their anger. If you all want suggestions, it's there in the book. So you have exactly 4 minutes to do that. All of you on the table discuss your anger management strategy. And then one of you from the team will be talking about it. Yes, your time starts now. Yes, everyone is done. So I want everyone from each table to stand and start off. We start off with table number 1. Yes, please.
From this table, actually, we concluded that most of us, we manage our anger by just it depends on with whom actually our anger is going on. Actually, what kind of situation is going on.
Everyone, can we pay attention to her, please? Yes, thank you.
For example, if it is with students, then we need to manage our anger because sometimes if we show our anger also that time, then they become negatively affected by that. So in that kind of situation, I think we need to deal it positively, like it's okay. This is just a small thing, and like there are bigger things like beyond that one. So yeah, if we talk about some family issues, anger, then I think managing it in a neutral way is the better option. Like in some situation, like some quarrel, if suppose some quarrel is going on, then it's not worth it. If we shout also, then like it's meaningless. So we need to be calm sometime. Mostly, we need to deal with it later. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for sharing. Let's give her a big hand. And very rightly you pointed out, ma'am, a lot of times we don't remain authentic. And when we are not authentic, we cannot inspire others. So thank you for sharing that. Now I come to this table. What was your conclusion on anger?
मेरा एक्सपीरियंस रहा है कि एंगर की वजह से ना मेरे को बहुत एंगर आता है और उसकी वजह से मैंने एक बहुत वर्स्ट टाइम देखा। तब जब भी मुझे फील होता है कि मुझे गुस्सा आ रहा है तो मैं वो टाइम याद कर लेती हूँ और मुझे लगता है कि वो उससे वर्स्ट कुछ नहीं था, तो अभी मुझे गुस्सा नहीं होना है, तो मेरा एंगर जो है तभी खत्म हो जाता है।
चलिए, thank you for sharing. Let's give her a big hand because self-realization and probably having a visualization of what is the consequence of our anger really works. Page number 130 has specific tips that you can actually use or even for your students. But even understanding that we've all been doing a lot of things without giving ourselves credit for it. Now I come to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so we have to tell ours or collectively?
However you feel comfortable.
Okay, so like ma'am said that she does journaling. She says that she eats, and ma'am says that she sleeps, and she says that she vents. So mine is that I chop vegetables. Whenever I am angry, I just go at home and I start chopping vegetables. So I think that is also kind of a venting. So it's rather than when we don't vent, we keep things to ourselves. it get multiply. Even worse. So whenever we have to vent, if we keep everything to ourselves, it is going to multiply to more and more and more, and we end up having a fight with someone.
Thank you. Let's give her a big hand. Absolutely.
Now, according to me, अगर हमें गुस्सा आता है तो वैसे सबका अलग ओपिनियन था कि उस टाइम पे शांत हो जाना चाहिए, क्योंकि अगर आप भी गुस्से हो और आपके सामने कोई पर्सन है वो भी गुस्से हो रहा है तो और बात बढ़ती है। बट इससे थोड़ा मेरा अलग है। मुझे लगता है ऐसे दिल में रखने से ज़्यादा डाउट्स बढ़ते हैं। अगर गुस्से हो रहे हो, अगले के मुंह पे बोल दो कि तेरी ये बात मुझे बुरी लगी है। अभी मान लो कि फ्रेंड से झगड़ा हुआ है और उनकी कोई बात मुझे बुरी लगी है, तो 3-4 दिन लोग से बात भी नहीं करी, बंदे को पता भी नहीं कि इसको क्या हुआ है, और उससे बेटर है कि उसके साथ डिस्कस करो कि तेरी ये बात मुझे बुरी लगी है, क्योंकि हम अपने अंदर से अपनी जो मन में बात है वो नहीं निकालेंगे, ऑब्वियसली वो हमें ही परेशान करेगी। किसी और ने गुस्सा दिलाया तो मैं क्यों परेशान हूँ, उससे बोल दो बस कि वो आगे से ध्यान रखे।
Thank you. Let's give her a big hand. And any other table? I have 2-3 left. Because I will have, yes please, I'm coming to you.
थैंक यू। मेरा नाम नीता है, वैसे सभी जानते हैं। सबको गुस्सा आता है, किसी न किसी बात पे आता है, और वो मैटर करता है कि आप गुस्सा कब और कैसे करें। मतलब कभी कभार सिचुएशन ऐसी होती है, हमें सिचुएशन समझनी पड़ती है। किसी हमारा जो एंगर होता है उसको हमें एक्सप्रेस करना चाहिए, और कभी कभी हमें एंगर शो करना चाहिए। जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल कोई बच्चा है, अगर कुछ वो कॉन्टिन्यूसली किसी को परेशान कर रहा है, कुछ कर रहा है जिसके लिए हमें उसके ऊपर गुस्सा करना जायज़ है, जिससे कि वो
उसके लिए अच्छा होगा तो वो हमें एक्सप्रेस करना चाहिए। और कभी कभार अगर हमें लग रहा है कि इससे सिचुएशन बहुत ज़्यादा बिगड़ रही है तो फिर शांति रहिए, ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा, जैसे अभी आप लोग
Good afternoon everyone. So like आज हम इकट्ठे भी इसीलिए हुए हैं बिकॉज हमारा ट्रेनिंग का जो टॉपिक है वो भी यही है, लाइक इमोशंस को लेके। तो वी ऑल कंक्लूडेड कि जैसे आपको पता ही है कि हमारे टेबल पे सबसे ज़्यादा मैक्सिमम जो है वो विमेंस है। तो वी वर जस्ट डिस्कसिंग, तो सर के साथ भी हमने वो डिस्कशन किया, बट उनका अलग एक पर्सपेक्टिव था और हमारा एक अलग था। तो एज अ वुमेन हमारा ये हमने कंक्लूजन निकाला है कि एक होता है कि डिपेंड करता है, एक तो सिचुएशन पे डिपेंड करता है कि हम कैसे अपना गुस्सा जो है वो निकालते हैं, एंड पर्सनली वो अलग होता है और प्रोफेशनली वो अलग होता है। तो पर्सनली हमने यही कंक्लूड किया है कि हम रो के अपना गुस्सा जो है वो निकाल देते हैं, राइट? या तो वो हम किसी और पे निकालते हैं या फिर जब सिचुएशन ज़्यादा वर्स्ट हो जाती है तो पर्सनली जो रहता है उसमें हम यही होते हैं कि किसी को कुछ बोल नहीं सकते हैं तो उसमें हम रोना शुरू कर देते हैं। तो रोने से कहते हैं ना कि मन हल्का हो जाता है, तो वो उस अकॉर्डिंग हम जो है अपना गुस्सा जो है शांत करते हैं। एंड प्रोफेशनली जैसे हम बच्चों के साथ डील करते हैं तो उसमें हमें यही बताया जाता है कि आपको उनके साथ बहुत ही सॉफ्ट वे में बात करना है। अगर वो आपके साथ आपके साथ कुछ मिसबिहेव भी कर रहे हैं तो उसमें भी आपको वो वो चीज़ एक्सेप्ट करनी है। तो एक्सेप्टेंस जो है वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है हमारे जॉब प्रोफाइल में। तो बेसिकली वही है कि एक्सेप्ट करते रहते हैं, एंड जहाँ पे जैसे मैम ने बताया कि जो चीज़ गलत है उसको आपको अपोज भी करना चाहिए। बट बेसिकली हम अपना गुस्सा ऐसे ही शांत करते हैं कि बच्चों पे नहीं निकालना है, उनको सही ही रास्ता दिखाना है। तो सर का कंक्लूजन यही था कि मैं रोता नहीं हूँ, बट वही कि वो या तो किसी के ऊपर निकाल देना है, और लाइक यही हमारा एक राउंड ऑफ द टेबल हमारा ये कंक्लूजन था। थैंक यू एवरीवन।
Good afternoon everyone. Actually want to inform you that कि जब कभी भी गुस्सा आता है you have to acknowledge your emotion first कि आपको क्यों गुस्सा आ रहा है। और अगर आपको किसी के साथ कोई इशू है तो पहले आपको अपने इमोशंस को एक्नॉलेज करना चाहिए, तभी आप अपने एंगर को कंट्रोल कर पाओगे। जब तक आपको उसका रूट कॉज नहीं पता है तब तक आपसे कभी भी एंगर कंट्रोल में नहीं आएगा। और अपना एंगर किसी और पे निकालने से पहले अपने आप को अपने साथ एक सेल्फ टॉक किया करो कि क्या हम सही है जो हम सामने वाले के साथ बोलने वाले हैं, ये सामने वाले को कुछ कहने वाले हैं। उससे पहले हम एक बार अपने आप से, या अगर आपको फेथ है गॉड पे तो एक बार अपने जिस किसी को भी ऑलमाइटी को आप बिलीव करते हो एक बार उनके साथ अपना एंगर ज़रूर डिस्कस किया करो। उसके बाद फिर आपको जो भी सही चीज़ फील होगी तो फिर आप वो कर सकते हो, लेकिन उससे ये ज़रूर है कि आपका एंगर शांत हो जाएगा।
थैंक यू मैम, थैंक यू फॉर शेयरिंग दैट। आप कुछ बताएंगे एंगर मैनेजमेंट?
I think anger and the second thing is ego. So they are directly proportional. Sometimes someone says something to us, it hurt our ego. Okay, might be that thing is best for our personality. Okay, might be he or she pointed out some of our mistake. So we have to rethink about that. If it hurt our ego, and we have to rethink about that point which hurt us. So if it is beneficial for us, then I think we don't want to reply in that case. If it is not, then we have to rethink again and we have to change our personality. So why someone's other anger hurt us, okay? So we have inner stability in our mind, okay, so that other person anger they can't hurt us.
Thank
this
you.
way we can control.
Thank you for saying that. My inner stability is my responsibility. So
आई थिंक एंगर को कंट्रोल करने के लिए सबसे बेस्ट सोल्यूशन है डीप ब्रीदिंग। सो जब भी आपको गुस्सा आए आप डीप ब्रीदिंग लें, जितनी भी ले सकते हैं 15, 20, 25, उससे आपका जो एंगर है काफ़ी हद तक कंट्रोल हो सकता है।
thank you sir, that was absolutely simple and effective every time. Which table? This table. ठीक है, is that table? Yes.
मैम सर ने और सभी ने बहुत अच्छा ब्यूटीफुल आंसर दिया कि जब गुस्सा आता
सब
है
प्लीज अटेंशन पे
तो
करिए।
जब गुस्सा आता है तो उस टाइम के लिए थोड़ी देर आइसोलेट हो जाते हैं और जब चीज़ें नॉर्मल हो जाती हैं तो फिर एक अच्छे वे से कम्युनिकेट करते हैं जिससे वो रिजॉल्व भी हो जाए। और क्योंकि जब गुस्सा आता है फिर कुछ बोल देते हैं, वो कुछ बोल देता है, फिर जो इनिशियल जिसके लिए झगड़ा शुरू हुआ था वो खत्म हो जाता है, तूने ये कैसे बोला, है ना। तो उसका ज़्यादा हो जाता है। तो जब गुस्सा आता है थोड़ा सा साइड पे जाके, है ना, या तो एक रनिंग करने चले जाओ या कुछ करने चले जाओ, पर फिर आके बात जरूर करनी है क्योंकि अगले बंदे को पता होना चाहिए कि आपकी उसकी बात से हर्ट हुआ है। ये सभी ने आंसर दिया, बहुत ब्यूटीफुल मैम, थैंक यू।
आप लोग सबने शेयर किया, थैंक यू वेरी मच। आपने एक चीज देखा, जब मैं बोल रही थी किसी को नींद आ रहा था, कुछ लोग ब्लैंक लग रहे थे, कुछ लोग को लग रहा था सेशन कब खत्म होगा। बट व्हेन आई इनवाइटेड एवरीवन टू टॉक, अब सबके चेहरे देखिए, सबके चेहरे खिल गए। सो वन ऑफ द थिंग्स व्हेन वी आर टीचिंग वी फॉरगेट दैट हम सोचते हैं हम ही ज्ञान बांट सकते हैं, लेकिन सामने वाला समझ क्या रहा है, सामने वाले का ज्ञान भी तो सुने। यू नो, दिस इज वन थिंग व्हेन वी एनकरेज आवर स्टूडेंट्स to share their emotions. When we are teaching, give them 2 minutes only. Ask them to talk to each other about their emotions. You are going to see a different energy in class. We have summer months coming in now. To hold their attention is virtually impossible. Some of us teach interesting subjects. Even an interesting subject like communication becomes dry when you have to make them remember points. Some of us teach hardcore theoretical subjects. Just if they miss out one point also, they'll forget the entire lecture. So something like this, you all saw a live demo of it. बहुत सारा ज्ञान है बुक में, सबके पास ज्ञान भी है, but when we interact with each other, when we listen to each other now, there's fresh energy in the room. Use that. This is what is emotional intelligence in a nutshell, and this is practical emotional intelligence which will help you in your day-to-day tasks. If you see the energy of class, give them 2 minutes to discuss something. It could be exactly the concept that you are talking about, but when you get people involved with each other, so I noticed whoever is there, checking them sometimes does not help. Make use of adversities to turn the energy of the class. So is this tip on emotional intelligence helpful, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Now I'm going to do a very short exercise. There's one emotion that we are very uncomfortable with. That is shame. You know, whatever we are ashamed of, we never talk about it. And most of the time what happens? If we don't know how to work with shame, we'll end up shaming our students. And shame कैसे होता है? Because इतना भी नहीं समझ में आता है. All of us have said it some time or the other. बोला नहीं भी है तो दिमाग में सोचा तो है. Now nobody needs to study psychology to understand that somebody is looking down on me. Yes or no? अगर मैं आपको ऐसे देखूं, आपको क्या psychology पढ़ने की जरूरत है? कि what am I thinking? If I look at you like this, आपको psychology पढ़ने की जरूरत है? नहीं. उसी तरह से हमारे students को psychology पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है to understand that we are shaming them. So what is it that we can do to remove shame from that? Yes, we have to inspire them, we have to motivate them, and they have to perform. That goes without saying, right? But ये जो emotions है ना, जो बीच में road blocks बन जाते हैं, we have to learn how to handle. So it's a very simple exercise I will do. I want you all to move to the chapter on shame. And exactly मैं ये क्यों करा रही हूँ? 155. Thank you. See, we all need help all the time. जितनी बार भी हम करें. So इसमें एक चीज है, the first paragraph जो कहते हैं ना, yes. Second paragraph I want someone to read for me quickly. कौन पढ़ेगा? Who will read out? Yes, please, yes. Just the second paragraph.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm reading the second passage of shame. One feel ashamed in the circumstances that bring up association of wanting to hide one's face, or burning desire to flee, or even wishing that earth would open and swallow us. At the crux of feeling ashamed is a feeling of being laid bare and exposed, either to other or to ourselves. Expert says that no other emotion is more unsettling and destructive to the self as shame. What we need to do with the shame is handle it with care.
Yes, thank you. Let's give it. So आज हम देखते हैं कि shame, how can we handle it with care? Again, I'll go back to an exercise. ये एक्सरसाइज करा जा रहा है इन अ स्पिरिट ऑफ म्यूचुअल लर्निंग एंड ऑल ऑफ अस आर ग्रोइंग आवर इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस टुगेदर. सो जब से आप छोटे से अभी तक एक शेम स्टोरी है जो मैं चाहूँगी आप लोग आपस में शेयर करें. टाइम अगेन 2 मिनट्स में दे रही हूँ और ये सोच लिए, और जो भी आप अपने टेबल पे शेयर करेंगे ना, आई डोंट वॉन्ट यू टू टॉक अबाउट इट बियॉन्ड द 3 people who are there. कैन एवरीवन से येस टू दैट कि हम लोग इसके बारे में किसी से डिस्कस नहीं करेंगे? बिकॉज शेम इज समथिंग विच वी एज एजुकेटर्स एनकाउंटर ऑल द टाइम एंड वी डोंट नो व्हाट टू डू. एंड समटाइम्स इफ वी कांट सी आवर शेम ना, वी लैंड अप शेमिंग अदर्स. प्रेशर कुकर वाला फंडा है, अगर हम नहीं विसिल करेंगे तो कभी ना कभी बर्स्ट करेगा. अगर हम अपने शेम को अंदर छिपा के रखते हैं, जैसे पता नहीं कितना बड़ा गोल्ड कॉइन है जिसकी वैल्यू अप्रिशिएट करेगी, तो कुछ नहीं होता है, हम दूसरे को शेम कर देते हैं, उसका कुछ नहीं होता है. घर में किसी ने डांटा, हम वहाँ तो जवाब नहीं कर सके, कोई स्टूडेंट है मुझे इरिटेट करता है, पट से वहाँ निकल जाता है. एंड इट हैपेंस. आई विल नॉट इवन आस्क योर ओपिनियन ऑन इट बिकॉज वी ऑल डू दैट. साइकोलॉजी में इसके लिए है. तो आज एक छोटा सा एक्सरसाइज करते हैं, मात्र अपने को 3 मिनट लगेंगे. एंड इसके बाद जो है मैं आपसे शेम स्टोरीज पूछूंगी नहीं, चिंता मत करिए. आई वोंट आस्क यू टू स्टैंड अप एंड शेयर, बट जस्ट शेयर द शेम स्टोरी. कोई भी चीज जिसके लिए आप अशेम्ड हो, छोटा बड़ा, आप अपने टेबल पे फटाफट डिस्कस कर लीजिए. एंड अंडरस्टैंड दिस इज अ वेरी पर्टिनेंट वे यू विल बी रेजिंग योर इमोशनल इंटेलिजेंस एंड गिविंग योरसेल्फ अ वेरी वैल्यूएबल गिफ्ट. What is it? I will tell you after the exercise is done. Please turn to your teammates.
Shameful.
Or do you need another minute? सबने शेयर किया? जिसने शेयर किया अपना हैंड रेज करिए. जिन्होंने भी शेयर किया अपनी शेम स्टोरी, अगर आप, मैं आपको बोलूंगी नहीं माइक लेके बोलने के लिए, अगर आपने अपने टेबल पे शेयर किया तो अपना हैंड रेज करिए. नहीं किया? So I'm going to ask you, someone who shared their shame story, what did you feel? I'm not asking you to share the story, that's at your discretion. But did you feel anything after sharing your story? When people heard you, was there any realization? Yes, please.
मैम ओवरवेल्म फील हुआ एक्चुअली. जैसे आपने कभी ध्यान ही नहीं दिया था, जैसे शेम का इमोशन बोला तो मैंने यहाँ पे अपने बचपन की जो स्कूल में मतलब पिटाई होती है, हर एक की होती है ना. और जैसे प्रिंसिपल के ऑफिस के सामने मेरे को कई बार खड़ा किया, ऐसे सारा स्कूल देख रहा है, हंस रहा है. कभी मेरे ड्रेस गलत पहन के आ गया तो सारी असेंबली के सामने बोला उन्होंने कि ये क्या पहन के आ गया. तो मैम वो एकदम से मेरे कभी सोचा ही नहीं था, लेकिन आपने जब शेम बोला ना मैम, तो वो इनसे जैसे शेयर किया तो काफ़ी ओवरवेल्म फील हुआ मैम. तो अच्छा लगा मैम.
अच्छा लगा कि बैड ओवरवेल्म फील हुआ?
मैम जैसे वो एक वेव आती है, उसको वैल्यूएट नहीं कर सकते आप, शायद घर जाके पता लगेगा कैसा लगा, लेकिन अभी थोड़ा वो है, अच्छा लग रहा है. क्या
अभी अच्छा लग रहा है ना?
पता नहीं कैसा लग रहा है, तब लग रहा है.
चलिए थोड़ा पानी पी के देखिए कैसा लग रहा है. थैंक यू फॉर बीइंग ऑनेस्ट. एग्जैक्टली, शेम ना बड़ा कॉकटेल वाला फीलिंग है. यू नो, उसको जब तक हम उसे एक्सप्लोर नहीं करेंगे हमें समझ में नहीं आता है उसके साथ क्या करेंगे. जैसे कॉकटेल में क्या मिक्स किया हुआ रहता है हमें पता नहीं रहता है, बोलते 3 है बट प्लस 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 क्या होता है. तो शेम को समझना बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि कब आ जाए, किसके वर्ड से कब कहाँ आ जाए हमें पता नहीं चलता है. सो इसीलिए इसे समझना बहुत जरूरी है. एनीवन एल्स हु वांट्स टू शेयर कोई शेम स्टोरी? आपका एक्सपीरियंस क्या था जब आपने बोला? एकदम प्रोफेशनल सेटिंग में हम लोग बहुत डीपली पर्सनल बात कर रहे हैं. हाउ डिड यू फील? एनीवन? Yes, please.
Hello everyone.
Hello sir.
Am I audible?
Yes.
मेरा शेम के बारे में बोल देंगे तो बचपन से मेरा डेली रूटीन वही मैं बोलूँगा, क्योंकि बचपन से मेरा दिमाग भी वही हो गया था कि 1 डे बिफोर एग्जाम पढ़ने के लिए. जो बचपन में हुआ था कि एग्जाम आ रहे हैं और कल है परसों है तो ढंग से पढ़ लेंगे. तो ऐसे आदत हो गया ना, तो आज मेरा PhD फाइनली कंप्लीट तो हो चुका है, मगर PhD के टाइम में जो एक दिन में तो ख़त्म नहीं कर सकते हैं ना, तो उसी टाइम जो बचपन से हुआ है 1 डे बिफोर एग्जाम, तो यहीं पे तो नहीं चलेंगे। तो मैंने जो मेन PhD के लिए सारे रिव्यू लिटरेचर वगैरह रिसर्च किया था, तो मैं ऐसे सोच रहा था कि आज ख़त्म ही कर लेते, जो बचपन में हुआ था ना वही चीज़। तो इसकी वजह से मैं खाना, मेरा डेली रूटीन सब कुछ ख़राब हो गया कि एक बार घर में टेबल में बैठेंगे ना तो खाना पीना या सब कुछ भूल गया है, मतलब सुबह से बैठेंगे तो पता नहीं चलता कि अगले दिन का सुबह हो गया। तो ऐसे होने में मेरा साइकोलॉजी में कुछ बहुत शेमफुल फील हो रहा है कि मैं बचपन से ऐसे डेली रूटीन की मैं किया था, इसकी वजह से मेरा अभी आज बहुत डिफिकल्टी हो रहा है टाइम मैनेजमेंट। तो अभी मैं टाइम मैनेजमेंट में वर्कआउट कर रहा हूँ।
इससे क्या होगा ना, इन्होंने अपनी वल्नरेबिलिटी सबके सामने शेयर की है। बोल के आपको लग कैसा रहा है, सबके सामने बोल के लग कैसा रहा है?
टाइम मैनेजमेंट इज द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग इन लाइफ।
बट अंदर में और क्या फील हो रहा है? सबके सब कुछ सुन रहे हैं, अच्छा लग रहा है, बुरा लग रहा है, लग क्या रहा है अंदर में?
मुझे कुछ अच्छा लग रहा है कि मेरा दिल से कुछ जा गए हैं जो मेरा बहुत गलत है।
थैंक यू। लेट्स गिव इट अ शेम में ना ये पावर होता है। एक तो वी स्टार्ट फीलिंग लाइटर, suddenly we feel others are getting our journey. Also it becomes a commitment in ourselves to change. इसमें टिप्स है, आप जरूर पढ़ सकते हैं शेम का, इट विल हेल्प यू, बिकॉज शेम हर इमोशन का कोई फंक्शन होता है। वी आर यूज्ड टू थिंकिंग ऑफ सम इमोशंस एज गुड, हैप्पीनेस है वी विल चेज इट, जॉय, बट क्या ये सारे इमोशंस भी तो आ ही जाते हैं? वी डोंट आस्क फॉर देम बट आ ही जाते हैं, uninvited guests. So we have to learn to make all of them growth oriented and positive for us. So do we have anyone else who wants to share? ठीक है, चलिए आप लोगों ने एक दूसरे से डिस्कस किया, so let's give all of us a big hand, because it takes a lot of courage to talk about shame with them, and hopefully with this exercise you've realized कि जब हम लोग सारे emotions को ना देखते हैं just as emotions which are passing, summer, winter, rainy season, सब seasons आते हैं, कुछ हमें पसंद है, कुछ नहीं पसंद है, गर्मी कितना है, बट मैंगोज खाना कितनों को पसंद है? किसको मैंगो खाना पसंद है? किसको लीची खाना पसंद है? सो द पॉइंट इज, गर्मी चाहे जितनी है, अगर हम मैंगो का वेट करते हैं, लीची का वेट करते हैं, सो वी आर एबल टू पुट अप विद द हीट। इन द सेम वे, इफ वी कैन अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट टू डू विद शेम, व्हाट टू डू विद एंगर, देन अल्टीमेटली वी गेट व्हाट इज कॉल्ड इमोशनल वेलबींग। एंड अगर आप जाओगे और आप देखोगे कि कैसे हम इस जर्नी पे आएंगे, आफ्टरवर्ड सेक्शन जो बुक का है उसमें लिखा हुआ है सारे इमोशंस को, अगर आप देखते हैं कि which ones are working for me, which are not working for me. I may not want to share it in a group, which is fine. So there is a section which talks about how do you understand all your emotions. Some of us have spoken about it, but many of us don't know what to do about it. So on page number 278, there is a section called Accepting Yourself. I want someone to volunteer and read. कोई आप read करोगे? Yes, please. Page 278, Accepting Yourself. Accepting yourself.
Good evening, everyone. So, firstly, ma'am, thank you for giving me this opportunity. So, accepting yourself. The biggest challenge that we face is accepting who we are, what we like, and what we want to do. The social factors and various other voices mold our thoughts and feelings and take us away from our core beliefs and wants. We can incubate a habit of writing a daily journal at night for ourselves that we will be our personal notes on how we experience our life on a daily basis, as well as tackle difficult moments. The journal can have these specific questions. What went well today? What emotions did I feel? What did not go well today? What emotions did I feel? What did I learn today? What can I change myself to experience emotional well-being? What can I accept in myself to experience emotional well-being? what are the 3 things that I am grateful for today? Thank you.
Let's give her a big hand. Because a lot of times we struggle in life because we don't know what is it that we are thinking. How am I feeling? So you told a very valid point because most of the time we don't even know. Actions तो हम कर लेते हैं, बोल भी हम देते हैं, उसका असर मेरे पे क्या पड़ा हमें पता नहीं रहता है. So we are like somebody क्या है कि कोई और हमारे लाइफ में डिक्टेटर रहता है, कोई और डिसाइड करता है कि हमें कैसे करना है. But if we start understanding our emotions, how did I feel when I did this? What did not go well? So it's a bit like daily brushing. I am able to experience emotional well-being. And what is emotional well-being? I want somebody to read out for me page number 275. Ma'am, aap padhoge. First paragraph. Page number 275, first paragraph.
Emotional well-being is a mental space that enables individuals to deal with their emotions effectively. People identify their emotions and the impact those emotions have their own lives. Emotional wellness is an important tool required to achieve a balance between one's inherent strengths and weakness. Emotional wellness affects how one looks at oneself as well as others, interacts with others, evaluates challenges, and explores or applies their choices.
Thank you. Let's give her a big hand. So emotional well-being हम लोग किसी के लिए optional नहीं है. If you are struggling with anything in life, perhaps the reason could be कि आप अपने emotional well-being के लिए enough कर नहीं रहे हो. अगर आप ब्रश करके नहीं आओगे तो आपके दांत में स्मेल जरूर आएगी. It doesn't matter डिनर में बिरयानी खाया, आपने चिकन टिक्का खाया, या आपने खिचड़ी खाई, या आपने आइसक्रीम खाई. ब्रश तो आपको करना पड़ेगा. It's the same thing with our emotions. It doesn't matter दिन अच्छा गया, बुरा गया, मेरे हिसाब से गया कि नहीं गया. When I start chasing emotional well-being as a daily goal, तो क्या होता है लाइफ में अच्छा हो, बुरा हो, I manage to find that sense of balance. I know कि ये मेरे weaknesses हैं, ये मेरे strengths हैं. These are going according to me, and yes, these are bringing me down. I'm not left in a state of confusion. What is happening? Otherwise, what happens? I have everything. Why am I not feeling happy? I don't have this. Why am I feeling sad? A lot of things are not in our things. But if we go and shower today, will you become clean? Yes or no? Shower लेने के बाद साफ होते हैं कि नहीं होते? सब कोई अलग-अलग घर में जाएंगे. Maybe अलग-अलग bathrooms में नहाएंगे. But we are all confident कि नहाने के बाद fresh लगता है. That's the same thing with all our emotions. It doesn't matter सामने वाला अच्छा है, बुरा है. हाँ, अच्छा होता है तो हमारी जर्नी थोड़ी easy हो जाती है. Winters में हमें थोड़ा सा ठंड रहती है, but okay, we don't need to scrub that much. But we still need to take care of our personal hygiene. उसी तरह से when we know all our emotions, we are able to create a climate of emotional well-being inside. So whether it's a childhood trait that I have picked up, which is bringing me down, I am confident ठीक है पहले वो था, अब I know a better way of being. I didn't earn money in childhood, now I earn. So I will learn how to manage time also. So I become more relaxed with what is not working in me. Otherwise I'm constantly berating myself. फीडबैक भी मिलता है, फ्रेंड से मिलता है, फैमिली मेंबर्स से मिलता है, स्टूडेंट से मिलता है, तो हम हमेशा अपने आप को डाउट करते हैं. सो व्हेन वी आर वर्किंग लाइक दैट, दिस ब्रिंग्स मी टू द लास्ट इमोशन दैट विल हेल्प ऑल ऑफ अस, दैट इज जॉय. यू नो लॉट ऑफ टाइम्स हम लोग थिंग्स के ऊपर बिलीव करते हैं, लोगों के बिहेवियर पे, पीपल के ऊपर बिलीव करते हैं, अकम्प्लिशमेंट्स में, कि वी कैन ओनली हैव जॉय विद दैट. सो द लास्ट थिंग दैट आई वांट यू ऑल टू डिस्कस विद योरसेल्फ इज जॉय. And joy is nothing but that pure unadulterated pleasure. So I want you to share one story of joy that you have. वो अभी का हो सकता है, पहले का हो सकता है. 3 minutes you all have. एक story of joy अपने teammates के साथ discuss करिए, फटाफट. Something which gave you joy or which gives you joy. I will be taking only 2 stories of joy. Anyone who wants to share your story of joy or आपकी टेबल की story of joy? Anyone? बोलिए भाई, मैं पैसे नहीं मांग रही हूँ, मैं खाली joy की story मांग रही हूँ.
So it is a time when I back in 2008 I tell you the story because there's a back story for Joy, isn't it? Like, so in 2008 I did my graduation. I was doing mechanical engineering, and I got campus placement in Tech Mahindra. Now in 2008, you must be knowing there was a big recession, and all companies, they deferred the joining. So my company also, they delayed the joining and indefinitely. So I was not having a job. I went to Gurgaon. I thought, let's get placed in some BPO. So I got placed in BPO. I came back home. I told my parents, they said 18,000 salary in Gurgaon. No, you can't go. So I stayed at home only. Then I got another chance in the month of October to go to Noida again there was a company, JP, Jayaprakash Associates, since I was a mechanical engineer. So it was a day-long process. First written, then interview, and after that, finally, at 8 p.m, we got the results that I got selected in that company, and I was going to Kinnaur in Shimla, above Shimla, for the hydropower project, Karcham Wang to 1000 megawatt project. So that was the happiest moment for me, that after that difficulty, I got placed.
Thank you, sir. That was very inspiring. When things don't happen our way, maybe something better is working for us. So thank you so much for sharing. We have time for one more story. Yes, please, Aiden. You know what really makes me happy is to see people of both genders sharing. For me, that's really very nice, because otherwise we get very gender focused. So thank you, sirs, for sharing too.
मैम पहले जैसे कॉलेज टाइम में क्रिकेट हम खेलते थे सारे, लेकिन अभी छूट गया था तो मैम कोविड में मेरा बिजनेस क्लोज हो गया था, तो मैंने 2 जगह इंटरव्यू दी लेकिन जवाब नहीं आया। तो मैम हम क्रिकेट खेल रहे थे, तो लास्ट ओवर था मैम, मैंने भी क्रिकेट बहुत टाइम बाद खेली थी, तो लास्ट ओवर में 13 रन चाहिए थे। तो फिर मैम मैं तो बहुत देर बाद खेल रहा था, तो मैंने पहली 3 गेंदों में डबल ले लिए भाग के, और फिर 9 बॉल पे छक्का मार के मैच जिता दिया। तो वो मूवमेंट ऑफ जॉय था, और मेरी दोनों इंटरव्यू भी क्लियर हो गई थी। उसके बाद मतलब वो सर्कल हो गया, तो फिर क्रिकेट खेला, फिर मैंने एक बार विकेट निकाल दी मैडम, तो तब भी बहुत जॉय फील हुआ।
ऐसे ही हंसते जाना है लाइफ में, जब कुछ नहीं वर्क करता हो ना, एक स्टोरी ऑफ जॉय निकाल लीजिए। सो अगर एक गिफ्ट आप अपने आप को देना चाहते हो इस सेशन के बाद, 50 जॉय स्टोरीज अपने किटी में तैयार रखिए। जिस दिन कुछ नहीं वर्क कर रहा है, सब बेस्ट लेड इंटेंशंस आपके काम नहीं कर रहे हो, अपनी जॉय स्टोरी खोलिए, किसी से भी डिस्कस कर लीजिए, और कोई नहीं है करने वाला तो खुद से शेयर कर लीजिए। सो दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम मी टुडे। आई होप यू ऑल हैव एंजॉयड द सेशन। Any questions or anything anybody has?
I think tonight they are going to thank to the God because they have given us opportunity to listen a very eminent personality going to be Dr. Pragati Sureka. So we are very much, feeling blessed to have you in this particular session. And I was also struggling that what name I should give to this session, whether it is a wonderful, excellent. So I was just finding what word should I give to this particular session. Then I found that it is an ecstatic session, ma'am. So really we are very much obliged to have such a wonderful, ecstatic session. So I think there are so many takeaways for all of us. That is how to tackle your emotion. That is very much important for us. And whatever emotions we are carrying, we need to introspect ourselves whether I am right or wrong. So thank you so much, ma'am, once again. And I request every participant to have a moment and have a group photograph with ma'am, please.